think the Forbes Funds is great. They do so much great work.
Thank you, Forbes Funds.
Start that as soon as you are settled.
I think it has great impact.
And you can bet we're looking forward to the next 25 years. Thank you. Everything. We help agencies that work with children, environmental agencies, community development. We've helped children by enabling after-school programs. We help fund the agencies who look at the rivers and think about how do you create a place for people to boat and to have fun.
Grant making to serve and strengthen nonprofit performance, research to expand and empower, leadership to grow support for the Greater Pittsburgh Nonprofit Partnership, the community threads sewn by the Forbes Funds over 25 years.
25 years ago, the nonprofit sector was in sort of a crisis because they had depended upon federal money. They needed some short-term help. And then Burr Wishart, who was at that time the head of the Pittsburgh Foundation, asked Elmer Trotman, who was one of the great men in this town in social welfare, to sort of lead the effort.
I go back to the very beginning when Elmer Trotman and I and Kate Dewey made a few calls on people in the community who we thought would contribute to the fund.
Born from crisis, the Forbes Funds grew as the linchpin of strength to sustain a thriving Pittsburgh nonprofit community.
Pittsburgh is held up as a model for philanthropic excellence, for nonprofit excellence. I think the Forbes Funds has been in the thick of that for a long time. You know, they came along at a moment where there was a realization that this is a sector that needed a third party to play a special role.
When I think of the Forbes Fund's ultimate contribution, it's to take the third sector, the independent sector, the charitable sector, and elevate its position.
The Forbes Funds is an exceedingly successful organization, building the professional quality of the people who run the charities. And that's one of the things that the Forbes Funds does, and I think one of the most important things that the Forbes Funds does.
Success in building organizational capacity for numerous nonprofits is reached by providing resources and management support to more effectively serve the people they serve at places like the Hill House.
We are a comprehensive community service agency serving from young kids early as 6 months old all the way through seniors. Forbes Fund has been of great assistance over the years.
Oh, here's your pencil. Color your orange.
Whether seeing the faces of 2-year-olds learning, or those of inquisitive and feisty 1-year-olds, or witnessing the innocence and safety of infants.
You see growing up, you see nurturing, you see children going through experiences that are guided experiences.
Hill House Executive Director Evan Frazier says these programs wouldn't be successful without the Forbes Funds.
What I see Forbes Fund doing is taking the resources that it has and using them very strategically, you know, in order to figure out how do we build capacity within organizations.
The Forbes Funds came through for Frazier, among other initiatives, funding a community needs assessment.
In another case, it came in the form of sending me to Harvard to do some training and to really learn more about how I could be effective in my role.
We talked about the East Coast.
Yet another example is Communities in Schools of Pittsburgh, Allegheny County.
We're a dropout prevention organization, and the Forbes Funds has impacted our organization in several ways. Their capacity building work with nonprofits has been so critical. The bottom line is that you are able to deliver your services in a better way.
Executive Director of Communities in Schools, Nicole Molinaro, also points to the Forbes Fund's unprecedented initiative, the Greater Pittsburgh Nonprofit Partnership, the largest regional association in the country.
A huge organizational effort to have all of the nonprofits in the Greater Pittsburgh area speak in one voice and that's so helpful on issues specifically around lobbying, around advocacy, so any sort of government work.
They have been in the thick of helping our sector, the nonprofit community, appreciate its own significance.
These charities need the Forbes funds to help them do all the things they do well and to help them do them better.
Good afternoon, the Forbes Funds. Amy Thomas speaking.
We are where agencies come to think about how do they move their organization forward.
Moving forward for 25 years and beyond.
Thank you, Forbes Funds.
I say to everybody here, hey, let's celebrate. And to those that we love who aren't here but are here in spirit, we remember you, we honor you. It's been a terrific run, and I'm looking for 25 more wonderful years with some of the best people in the community sitting at the table and coming up with great thoughts.
Thanks to all those that have made you great through the years, and may you continue to do what you've done in the past. Thank you for all of your work.
Thank you so much, Forbes Funds, and congratulations on your 25th anniversary. Here's to 25 more.
Congratulations on 25 great years. Looking forward to another great 25.
Keep up the great work. We're glad you're here.